everyone, welcome back to Science at Home with Orangeville Public Library and TD Summer Reading Club. I'm so excited to share another fun science activity with everybody today. Again, this activity is brought to you by the Engineering Science Quest program at the University of Waterloo. We're super excited. So today's activity is all about soil. So you'll be getting a little bit messy. All the supplies that you'll need will be in the description, so make sure to check that out, and I hope you'll follow along. Alright, so today we will be taking soil samples from different places around the yard and trying to figure out what types of soil we have. So to do this, you'll need a few different things. You'll need either a plastic water bottle or a glass mason jar. You'll need at least two, but you can do three if you want. You'll need a piece of paper to make a funnel to help us get the soil into the jars. You'll need a gardening shovel to get the soil out, and then you'll also need some water. Alright, so the first step is to make our funnel. So to do that, you'll need your piece of paper, and what you want to do is just start to fold a corner up like this, and then you want to roll it into the shape of a funnel. So just like this. So we want it to be bigger at the top and then smaller at the end. So something like this. And then to make it easier, you can take a piece of tape and just tape along the seam. That. And that way your funnel will stick, and then you can use it to get your soil in the cup. Okay, so now that you have your funnel ready, you can go ahead and get soil samples from 2 or 3 different areas of your yard. I took 2 from areas in my backyard, and I got 1 from my front yard, so we can see if there's different types of soil. So now that you have your soil, you can go ahead and put it in your container using the funnel. Now you might have to squeeze the funnel a little bit to break up the dirt to make sure that it goes through. Okay, so now that we have 2 or 3 different water bottles or jars with 3 different soil samples, it's time to put water in them. So I have a jug of water here. We're going to fill them until they're almost at the top. So now that there's water in them, we're going to put the lids on and shake them up so that everything is mixed together. So give them a good shake. And now we'll let these sit overnight, and I'll come back tomorrow to check on them. Alright, so it's now the next day, and it's time to take a look at our different soil samples and see what types of layers we have in them. So to do that, I have a book that will help us out. So, gravel is the biggest sediment. It looks like small rocks. So if you take a look at your samples, the lowest level should be the gravel, so you can see that it's dark brown and it's very compacted to the bottom of your bottle, and this is because it's the heaviest, so that's why it settles to the bottom. Grains of sand are about the size of grains of sugar. Sand makes the soil feel gritty. So I can see that there's a very thin layer of sand in this bottle here, but I don't have sand in the other 2. So that's interesting to see how different parts of your yard might have different types of soil. Silt feels like flour. Its grains are smaller than sand. So silt is what would be mixed in here to the murky part of our bottles. So you can see it looks like water, but it's definitely not clear, and that is because the silt and other minerals have mixed in with the water. Clay grains are tiny. When clay is wet, it makes soil really sticky. When clay is dry, it forms hard clumps. So it's hard to see the clay in these samples here, but it could be mixed in there too, just with the other minerals. So take a look at your soil samples and see if you can see any of these layers in there. Alright, so now that you've had a chance to look at your soil samples and you've seen different layers in them and figured out what types of soil they are, I want you to think about what else lives in the soil. So when you were out digging, did you see anything? I know I saw some worms. So plants aren't the only things that live in soil. Just 1 square foot of good forest soil can be home to as many as 300,000 different living things. So you can see all the different things that live in the soil here. Critters such as insects, snakes, and moles live in the soil. Thousands of different microbes live there too. Microbes are living things that are too tiny to see without a microscope, so you might not even know that they're there. So the book I was just reading that information from is called Dirt by Steve Tomasek, and it's a National Geographic book. If you're interested in this topic, we have lots of books at the library about dirt and gardening. Another one is Digging on Dirt by Rena Cord. And then this book is Garden Fun by Vicky Congdon. So if you're interested in that topic, make sure to check out the books that we have at the library. That's all for today's experiment. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Be sure to share any pictures of your soil samples or of you out digging in your garden with our website or social media, and I'll make sure I put that information in the description box. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.